Hey everybody, welcome back to Cornhole Culture. We have our personal friend here and Cornhole Mania national singles champion, Steve Bernacet. Welcome, Steve. Welcome to the Cornhole Culture podcast.
I appreciate you guys bringing me on, man.
Man, we'd be silly not to, Steve. I mean, you had such a performance this weekend, which I know we'll touch base on, but dude, it was awesome to see it be one of our guys too.
Great, I appreciate it, man. Let's go.
Great Lakes,
baby.
Josh Keck would be so proud. Josh Keck changed his profile picture to Bernacet.
I know, I loved it.
A lot of people have. It's pretty funny.
But Josh Keck, if you guys aren't familiar, previous and still current conference director for the Great Lakes, and he takes a lot of pride in his conference versus everybody else. So him and everyone else within the conference and everyone else around here and all the surrounding states are so happy to know Steve and how good of a dude he is personally on and off the boards, which, like I said, I'm sure we'll definitely touch base on.
All right. So my first question. So on yesterday, I sent you a message saying, hey, you need to bring the trophy to Man Cave because we want to take pictures with it and pass it around like the Stanley Cup. And you said, okay, I'll bring her. What did you name your trophy?
So, man, I don't want to say this. So I have it. I have two names. One is Susan or Claudia. And I don't know which one I want to pick. But she's definitely a girl, and she's mine, and she's going nowhere for a very long time.
I was like, when you said her, I was like, oh, this motherfucker named her. Named this trophy. I don't think I have ever met somebody that named their trophy.
Oh,
so,
I not. I'm too crazy for that. But I'm doing it, man.
That's awesome. Now, before – I want to take it before the national. I want to take it before national number one. I think you went to Ryan Windsor's house for like a week to practice for national number one. What did you do there? And should I go there to practice for Ryan Windsor?
I mean, we did practice. We did throw a lot. But the most I learned from Ryan, because we have totally two different play styles.
Right.
So the most I learned from Ryan is just picking his brain in the big situations.
Okay.
He's been there. So for me to talk to him about, well, what are you thinking when you're doing this? Well, how do you stay calm when you're doing this? That's what I get from Ryan when I'm going there. But, I mean, also throwing against him in his, comfort zone. I mean, that's his house. That's his home board. So practicing against him, I know he's comfortable.
Right.
So I don't know where else. There's nowhere else to get that good of practice. I mean, it's just not.
Yeah, I mean, having those type of players and having them as good friends,
Exactly. Him being one of my good friends really helps too.
Right.
Not only willing to mentor you, but willing to take you in, right, and help you prepare. Like, so who reached out to who? Whose idea was it? Was it your idea? Hey, will you take me in? Let's hang out for a week and let's get me and you both ready for.
It was. I think we saw each other. We saw each other at a tournament like a week or two before that.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, man, you should come down and hang out because he just moved into his new house and I hadn't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, man, we leave for the national in like 2 weeks. Why don't I come down the week before, stay with you that whole week? We'll practice, we'll throw a tournament, ended up throwing a regional with them. And then I'll just, drive home, pack, and head to Florida. He was like, oh, that's awesome. So it kind of just worked out.
That's brilliant. So you threw, you talked, and played a lot of video games?
Played a lot of video games.
Nice.
But it was fun, man. It was fun. I love going down visiting Windsor.
Yeah, that's awesome. You guys have been friends for, quite a bit, right?
Yeah, probably about 3 years.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now you mentioned regionals, and I just have to bring up our Chi-Town Bagger regionals here in Chicago and how tough they are. And there has been plenty of Facebook posts talking about which regional is the toughest in the country, and there's definitely a lot of them that have a lot of pros with a lot of talent. Um, do you think that our regionals are as hard as we say? And you know, how going into a regional and going into obviously a national, it's a little different. Or do you go into it the same?
Well, I agree 100%. Our regional is, if not the toughest, one of the toughest. It's not even close.
But
I mean,
it gets no credit because a lot of the players are underrated.
Yeah, but listen, if people want to keep underestimating us, they can. We're just gonna, we'll show them. And we got more pros coming this year that are gonna show them, and then we got newer pros that might qualify to be a pro that can show them. So I mean,
Right.
they can keep underestimating the Great Lakes, Chicagoland area, whatever. We know we play each other multiple times a week sometimes. Like, we know who's there. I mean, I got 19-year-old throwing nothing but fire coming at my neck every regional. Like, I mean, but it's so much fun because it pushes me, because you guys know who I am. Like, I hate to lose.
Right.
But I don't want to lose to anyone from home. That sucks, because that just turns into trash talking.
Yeah.
So no, it's we have one of the best regionals, if not the best regionals. Not even close. And the same mindset. Yes and no. National, I think, just more. I'm more on like a bigger stage. National is more of staying control with like my mind and my shot selection and just processing everything. With that, regionals is more of like I get hyped at the nationals, but like I try to not get super hyped, because I'll wear myself out just off emotion.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't want to be getting tired, going in onto an ESPN brawl course and just get slapped on TV. So national, I'm more, I still get hyped. Obviously, we know me, but I'm more of just I stay within my own world. I don't worry about anything else. I try to slow everything down, because it's a battle. It's a process.
Yeah.
I mean, it's I'm going to war out there, man.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Steve, congratulations, man. Not only on your, your national singles win, congratulations on your doubles run, and congratulations on the gigantic big red target on your back for everybody that wants to knock you out, next tournament and to come. You've really established yourself as like a nationally elite player, right? Like, you're getting recognition from probably all over and people outside of the United States. Right, all the way up in Canada and elsewhere. Celebrities, I mean, you name it. All these people are coming for you, man. It's probably the hardest part about cornhole is to play with a lead. I can only imagine what it's like to play with a target on your back.
Yeah, I'm gonna embrace it. It's gonna be fun.
Good.
You guys know me. It's just gonna make me work harder. Now I gotta defend the title now.
Now you're saying work harder, and I've seen at least 20 posts saying nobody's worked harder than Steven Bernacet into this pro season. What did you do, like, going before the qualifier, that made you so good so fast? Because a year ago, or I would say 2 years ago, I thought I was in the same level as you were. Me and you were in the same level. And you surpassed me, times 10 in the past year. What did you do in this, past year that you went from being a good player to a great player and now to a national champion?
So leading up to that qualifier, I threw 500 bads a day, every day, sliding in the hole at the shop. And then no matter how long it took me, 500 bads. And then the airmail, I'd put 2 beds behind the hole, 2 beds in front of the hole, and I would just shoot 500 airmails. I do that every day. So it was right around 4 or 5 hours of just throwing constantly, just me by myself. And then some nights Phil would come in and we would just throw I mean, we would just throw hours of singles games and some of the best games that we've probably thrown ever that no one will ever see. But it was just me and him just in there battling. And I thank Phil because, I mean, Phil's helped me a lot. I mean, playing him consistently all the time at that shop definitely elevated both of us.
Wait. Time out a second. So who's Phil, Steve?
Phil Lopez Jr.
Who is Phil
coming.
Lopez? Who is Phil Lopez to the nation?
For the Cornhole Nation that has no idea, no clue that this person exists in the cornhole world.
Phil Lopez Jr. will be a guy who will win a national next year. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would take him against the field all day. He's a Steven Bernacet. Like I don't usually compare people like that, but I would compare your play style, the fly under the radar kind of attitude. Phil just he sneaks around everywhere, not necessarily around to tournaments, but sneaks through brackets. He just you just pop up. I don't see that guy lose very often. So honorable mention to Phil Lopez Jr. for sure.
Now he's gonna be scary good.
Yeah, I mean it's just now I know why Phil got better too. I mean both of you just passed everybody because you were in the shop throwing 1,000 bags a day, and we were not doing anything. And you guys were secretly practicing.
Yeah, there weren't too many people who knew.
Yeah,
we would do it, and we were doing it like he would come 2-3 times a week for at least 2-3 hours every night. We would just battle, and it was fun. It was fun times.
So we had Jay on here an episode or two ago, and we asked Jay about what his best method of practice is. Okay. Now, do you prefer to play against someone with the same or different play style? Is your favorite part of practicing singles, doubles, by yourself, with a partner, real games, or all airmails only, or what's your best what's your secret, I guess?
I wouldn't say it's my secret. It's just for me personally, I get the best practice when I'm by myself. It's not when I'm playing someone. Yes, I get to work on, like situational shots when I'm playing with people because obviously there's another 4 bads on the board. But for me, it's really just for my game. I mean, all I do is slide the bag in the hole.
Yeah.
So I really don't need someone else on the other board to practice that.
Yeah, I mean, Mad Guy has the same think style. Just throw the bag in the hole and you can't lose.
Yeah. Can't lose.
And except for the win against Trey to win the championship, over the weekend, what was your favorite win and why?
Oh, it's not even close. I was down 19-12 to Cody Henderson, and I don't think anybody in that building besides maybe Rebecca and me thought I could grab a bag that I grabbed and ended up winning the game. Oh, yeah, it was almost like my one at the Open.
Yeah.
It was pretty low, and yeah. Trey couldn't believe I hit it, but the funny thing was is I didn't want to shoot it, man. And both of you know how I play. You know me. I'm going to shoot that shot. So I had to talk myself into shooting that shot because I didn't want to shoot it because I knew, man, if I miss this,
right? Yeah, it could turn.
That's it.
Yeah.
But I said, hey, man, I've been battling. This is me. I practice shot all the time. I can hit this shot. So I just.
And this was the winter final, right?
Yeah, I went down 19-12.
This was crunch time before
Absolutely.
you sit king seed and have the biggest advantage of the whole bracket is.
Yeah, and I didn't want to. Yeah, and I did not want to try. And 1, just get back there, and 2, try to double dip Cody Henderson that. Double dipping anyone at this level now it's not something that happens all the time.
Yeah. Right. Steve, do you fight with yourself a lot when you play, or do you just lock in and throw the first shot? So not that you have a fast play style, but how often do you talk yourself in or out of shots, or do you kind of always know what the heck you're going to do?
So I always know what I'm gonna do, but on ESPN it got me 3 times, and I was really upset with myself.
Okay.
And 2 of them happened in the doubles match. I literally was like too nervous to throw an airmail because it was 19, and I didn't like that at all because that's not me.
Yeah.
Like I could not throw the bag. You can see in the video, like I'm up there to throw it, like juggling the bag like I usually do, and I just couldn't go. I couldn't throw it, so I ended up just sliding with it and taking it, and I should have never even touched the bag.
Yeah.
But I couldn't shoot it. But I mean, that was in double. That was my first time. Whatever, I had a little nerves. On singles, no. Any shot that I wanted to do, I was doing. I didn't second guess anything besides the one airmail I threw against. Was that Trey? Yeah, it was Trey. I was up big. I shouldn't have shot it. I should have realistically covered it, made him shoot the airmail first to hit it, and then make me shoot it. But I mean, that's me. That was a wide open airmail. I'm sending it
all day.
Yeah,
that's a Steve special for sure.
Yeah, and people didn't really see that over the weekend just because
I know
it was so fast, and all you had to do was slide in the hole, and like there was no blocking, and so it's gonna, people are gonna be like, oh, they're gonna look at all the video. There's a lot of video, like people that watch videos to see who they're gonna play against, or if they are gonna play them eventually, how they're gonna defend against them, or how their play style is.
Bernacet, I'm just gonna throw a block.
They're gonna put a blocker up, and they're gonna find out real
Let
quick.
them, man. You guys know, dude. Let them block me. That's
man. You block Steve, and he's scoring 5.
That's like you're one of the very few people that I can't throw blockers against, and I either have to, be really, really, really tight to the hole, or you just go in, but like you have to be tight to the hole. Like it's just, if anything's just an inch below the hole, it's game over.
I'm sending it. Yeah. And I mean, that was the thing too with how you said it was just so slick that like I knew Cody was gonna be the only one that was really gonna block me.
Right.
So, and I knew that like with how slick it was, he was gonna have to baby his block every time to hit it perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, man, just stay down the middle, dude. He's gonna go left and right here eventually.
Well, Trey flipped it over to slick side somewhere in the middle of that game.
Yes, he did.
Well,
I was talking about Cody, but yeah, I noticed on Trey he flipped that bag over a couple times.
Right.
I mean, Trey knows how to throw the bag high and down the middle when he needs to, and when you're playing against Bernacet, nothing else works. I mean, it's like hard because you can't outstroke the guy, but you can't block the guy, but you can't, So that's what makes you. That's what establishes you at that level. It's awesome, man.
Like how, obviously, the only reason I wanted to go pro was to be on ESPN, right? And play on ESPN. I mean, obviously, I'm Mr. ESPN. I've been on ESPN more than anybody.
Yes, sir.
Out there.
Yes, sir.
But you being a rookie pro and already being on ESPN and winning on ESPN, just in your second national, how was it? How cool is it to see yourself on TV? So after the on Saturday, did you drive home to make it on Sunday, or did you stay and play the blind draw?
We stayed Sunday, played the blind draw, and then drove halfway home after the blind draw, and then came home, and then came straight to Man Cave on Monday.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Have you been able to see yourself on TV?
I have watched finally the whole finals broadcast. Yes.
How did it feel? Like
watching it, I honestly couldn't believe it was me.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'll tell you what, I didn't really, until I actually won, I really didn't let anything hit me. I refused to let anything, like I was just in another building with a lot of lights and 2 boards. Like I didn't let anything affect me until I won. So when I'm watching the actual game, I was just trying to reminisce and soak everything in because I didn't while I was there.
Yeah.
I was just so focused on winning.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, as soon as you hit your last game-winning shot, we were watching it on the way home in the car, and right away, oh, Steven's about to cry. Steven's about to cry because we know
Yeah.
how emotional you
I
are.
know. I tried so hard not to, but it was.
No, man.
I had no chance not crying, man. I worked so hard for that moment, man. It was just so satisfying. It was so satisfying.
And it's awesome that you did it so early in your like pro cornhole career. And I could only imagine what the future holds. And you guys are gonna, people don't know, but the only team in doubles that beat you so far in 2 nationals is Matt Guy and Jamie Graham. And now you're finally going to be in a different bracket as them.
Oh, you have no idea how happy I was when I got that text from Tommy. He literally texted me and said, "We are a 1 seed." And I said, "Thank God."
Yeah.
Because that means we will not see them unless it's on TV. So, and then I will play them. That is fine. Just get out of my bracket.
Right. That's awesome. I mean, what are your expectations for you and Tom? I mean, I think right now you guys are what, 4th in the nation? Or
yeah, 4th.
Okay.
4th, yeah, 4th in doubles, and I moved all the way up to 3rd in singles.
What was your goal before the season started in doubles?
In doubles, we wanted to do top 10.
Okay.
I wanted to do top 10. I actually don't know if we ever talked about it like together.
Okay.
I wanted to do top 10, and for singles, I wanted top 20.
You wanted to top 20 in singles.
I wanted top 20 in singles.
And look at you now.
And yeah, I really
top
want
5,
that
top
number
3
1 spot. You have no idea. I actually, when I got sent that picture of those points, my first reaction, you guys won't be surprised, I was mad because I saw how many points I was behind first, and I thought straight to Florida because I don't know. I just left so many points out there, and I was like, man, if I did a little bit better there, I could be number 1 player right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
But in time, it's only 2 nationals.
Yeah, I mean, you're on the road to potentially winning Player of the Year.
Man, that'd be really cool.
Unless Matt Guy wins 2 nationals in a row, you're going to be Rookie of the Year. And, it's crazy that Matt Guy is technically a rookie this year.
He is a rookie. Damn, I didn't even think of that. Man, I'm low-key, man. I thought I had it on lock. I was like, all right, I got an open. I got a national. I completely forgot Matt Guy's a rookie. That's not okay with me. No, it's cool, man. It's fun. We'll definitely, you know me. That's on my mind too.
Yeah,
so.
That would be fun because now if you want to play against bad guys, like, all right, I'm playing against another rookie here.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're fighting for this Rookie of the Year, boy.
That'll be fun, man. Didn't even think about that.
Let's touch on Tommy. So not necessarily how you guys got together, but Tommy is also another name that probably a lot of people wouldn't respect off the bat. They don't know him, I don't know, historically, I suppose, right? He was around way back then, and he took a couple years off, and he came back at the perfect time. He went to the qualifier. He made it. He hooked up with a partner like Steve who throws similar bag choice. You guys bounce off each other flawlessly, right? I mean, your doubles performance on the big stage is literally as good as it gets, right? I mean,
yeah,
you've exceeded your expectations both times you've had the opportunity to. Steve, how do you think you bounce off Tom? So maybe a lot of people don't know. You and Tom are obviously a team, have a lot of chemistry. You didn't play with each other a ton before going pro, and you don't have a history of really being around each other, right? So how does it work so good, and what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, so with Tommy, man, I got really lucky with Tommy. He's so good. Yeah, we really gel well together, I think. I think with his knowledge of the game prior to what it is now, because, I mean, let's face it, when he played and when he was in his prime, the game was completely different. It was not what it is now. It was block, airmail, push. Like that was it. So having his knowledge and just he's got a lot of years of cornhole. So
Yep.
He's just taking me under his wing, and he knows what I can do. He knows I'm gonna be out there just putting four in the hole. I ain't gonna do anything flashy. I'll throw an airmail here and there, but I just think we work really well. And also the way he throws his bag, we're two righties, but we're really not. He's really a lefty.
Mm-hmm.
So, picking side of the boards for us really is not an issue, because when he's on the inside, he's kind of on the outside.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah, it really works well. And like I said, I got extremely lucky with him. I wouldn't pick anyone else to be out there battling with. I love Tommy. We will lose a match, and 2 minutes later we'll be talking. All right, what happened? What do we need to do? It's not us getting mad at each other. It's
right.
There's no time for that. We're too high of a level to get mad at each other. Like, loser bracket's coming right away. We got to fit something and try to go win.
Yeah, I get mad at myself. Just walk away. Just get mad at myself. But yeah, that's great that you guys have that chemistry without playing that much beforehand, and just I mean, you were a free agent when you became pro, and
yeah, I had nothing.
And yeah, I mean, but that's what's great about our Chicago region, is that it was easy to pick a good partner that was a free agent too.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, Steve, I think we hit every key point that we really needed to. We talked about all your success. We talked about some of your upcoming, what kind of a player you used to be, and what you did to be where you're at. I think that'll be the success story that a lot of people are hoping to hear. The double side of things, the mentally preparing side of things. I mean, if you weren't familiar with Steven Bernacet before this podcast, now you are. This is exactly what you needed, and Steve gets to let it all out. He's maybe riding some kind of high right now, and I hope he never comes off it, because I love this Steve Bernacet. That trophy behind him means a lot to all of us too.
Right.
Not just him.
Yeah, I
appreciate it, man.
Now a lot of people are gonna listen to this, and they're like, "Man, I'm gonna have to spend 4 hours a day throwing 1,000 bags now to get as good as Steven Bernacet."
I want to throw 27 in a row against Trey Birchfield in the National Singles Championship to start the game.
Hey, that was fun, man. But I appreciate both of you. Thank you both. You guys have always supported me. I always support you guys, and it felt really good to bring one home back for everyone, not just for me.
Well, thank you, because we were all ecstatic, and we're still going to ride it to the next national. I mean, we're not
good
talking about
because I'm going to too, man.
So hopefully we bring back more trophies in the Vegas National.
Yes, sir.
And we're looking forward to that. Thank you very much for joining us, and I'm sure I'll see you over the weekend or on Man Cave Monday.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Steve.
Thanks, everybody.